You ever wonder how you're gonna make gravy for everybody, even those folks who don't eat meat, at the dinner table? I have a great recipe for you today. It's do ahead gravy, the day ahead for all. So come on along and I'll show you how I make it. So I'm gonna get my pot going here, my heat going on my pot. And I'm gonna start out with onions, aromatics. Onions and garlic is the base of my do ahead gravy for all. I'm gonna just let the pan heat up. Put some olive oil in it. First, I'm going to start with some onions and garlic. 2 onions. And I'm going to get those cooked down quite a bit. But this is where all the flavor is. Now when you start to saute something like onions, and if they start to get dark, the bottom of the pan gets dark, a really easy trick is just to pour a little stock or water in there, and it'll slow down the cooking process and buy you a couple of minutes. Now these onions you can chop any old which way because we're going to end up pureeing them, because that's going to be part of the thickening of the sauce. And it'll add extra flavor too, to have that onion base. See, I added just a little bit of stock that will keep them from burning. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. That little bit of acid will start to break down the onions. Then I'm going to add my stock, my vegetable stock. And I'm going to let this cook, for about 20 minutes or so, just so the onions really start to soften and break down. So I'll put the lid on it, crack it a bit. Okay, so our onion gravy's been cooking. Now I took out some stock before, and I mixed 1/3 of a cup of arrowroot. And while it's still hot, I'm going to whisk it in. Arrowroot acts just like flour dust in a slurry, but it's a little bit more of a sheen to it. So we want to stir it really good. And I'm going to put it back on the stove just to cook a little bit more.
Right,
So you can see it's thickened up nicely. I'm going to take my immersion blender and I'm just going to puree it. All right. Let's try it. Now it's a little thin because remember we're making it the day before. Because it's going to seize up and thicken up overnight. But you could serve it just like this. It would be just fine. Nice. That oniony flavor is really, really prevalent. I might put a little white pepper in it. And a little more garlic salt. But I think it'll be just perfect tomorrow. Nice. Looks good. No lumps. And it'll reheat just fine with the arrowroot. It's amazing what a little salt will do for your recipe. So here you have beautiful gravy that's plant-based and everyone will love. And it can go on all dishes, whether there's meat in them or not.